What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Nightmare Culture, and today's going to be something a little different. I want to discuss the biggest horror icon of all time, which is Jason Voorhees.
Just Jason Voorhees?
Jason Voorhees?
You mean like a Jason Voorhees or something?
But I want to discuss why he is the most iconic slasher of all horror genres. So Jason is definitely one of the most distinct characters in all of horror. His hockey mask that, of course, he doesn't deem until Friday the 13th Part 3 is the most recognizable mask in all of the horror genre. This look alone, I think, is what's made him such an iconic figure. On top of that, the amount of films Jason Voorhees has is insane. I mean, if you technically get into technical terms, Part 1 is about Jason, but Jason's not in there. But he has 12 films, and even has a crossover film with Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. And all these films are good. I mean, yeah, there's some that are kind of cheesy, campy, but everyone loves them. The Friday the 13th films are great, and the remake was incredible, the 2009 film. He's also one of the most creative slashers in all of horror. He definitely has some of the most imaginative and sometimes over-the-top death scenes have become kind of a source of entertainment and fascination for many of the fans.
Invite only corn poke, and you weren't invited. Son of a bitch.
You could say he also has a cult following. Over the years, Jason has garnered a dedicated and passionate fan base, myself included. He's had so many entertainments that go outside of the film industry. He had the Friday the 13th on the NES as well as a Commodore 64. You have Friday the 13th, the game. That was a credible asymmetrical horror game. And then you have, obviously, Jason popped up in the Mortal Kombat franchise. He's that iconic.
Don't get any blood on me.
So technically we know how he's iconic. Cult following, one of the craziest looks of all of horror, his number of films, the way he finishes his victims. But why is he iconic?
What are you trying to say?
I think the reason why he is so iconic or even beloved is because he has something that no other horror icon has. So you have horror icons like Leatherface, Chucky, Ghostface, Michael Myers, Freddy, just to name a few. But when you think of those slashers, there's one word you definitely never think of, and that is sympathy. Jason is a relentless and brutal killer, yes, but his backstory adds a layer of sympathy that the other slashers just do not have. Deep down, we almost root for Jason Voorhees. We feel for the character.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. Me too.
And the injustice he suffered as a kid. We know he was bullied, he was let drown by the counselors that weren't watching him. That's why his mother obviously takes her revenge. And we all love a revenge story. So I think what all this adds is a layer of depth and complexity that no other horror icon has or will have.
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense.
And that is why I think Jason Voorhees is easily the most iconic and beloved horror icon of all time. I want to know your opinion. Do you agree with me? Do you think he is number one? Or do you think it belongs to someone else like Michael Myers, Leatherface, Freddy? I know Michael Myers is pretty close in that category. But do you feel any kind of sympathy towards these characters? I want to know your opinions. Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor. Give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe.